If you've been bullshitted by a car salesman, please raise your hand. Also, whoever's watching this, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel as well, but that's besides the point. I caught one of the salespeople that I was working a deal with today in an act of sheer bullshit. Let me tell you what's happening. So, oftentimes you can order accessories from the factory. Like you can order wheel locks, you can order cargo covers and mats, etc. You can order them from the factory, so you don't necessarily need to buy them at the dealer. This dealer in particular was trying to sell me a vehicle that had wheel locks listed in the window sticker for $89. And then on the left-hand side of the purchase and sales agreement, another set of wheel locks for $89. One would assume that that $89 was the same $89 to be found in the window sticker. This is why you can't assume anything in this business. You may be finding yourself in a situation where that may not be the only fee that they're tacking on to the whole deal. What's happening, guys? Ari here from Boston Automotive Consulting, here today to break down exactly all the fees actually required when buying or leasing a car. And it's safe to assume that everything that I'm talking about today is relevant to all 50 states, with the exception of minor registration fees and local taxes regarding the sale or lease of a new vehicle. So with that being said, if you enjoy videos about buying and leasing cars and how to go about doing them, please consider subscribing. Now, how I want to approach this, it's very safe to say that there's only just a few fees that are involved when buying or leasing a car. And it's so simple. I can count all the fees on my hand, and some of them I only need four fingers for. Just simple as that. And yes, I did get a new haircut today. Godin, how you doing, buddy? He's at Barber's Den in Belmont, Massachusetts, and he does a phenomenal job. Thanks, guys. So not only did I get a haircut today, I also purchased an iMac, which I'm starting to have buyer's remorse on. Kind of feels like I bought a car, but thank God it's only within like a couple $100 of my comfort level and not thousands. However, it's the big boy. Went a little massive on this one. Anyway, let's hop into all the fees, huh? So, very, very simple. Anytime that you're buying or leasing a car, it's safe to assume that the dealer is going to want a dealer documentation fee, which is very, very common for most dealers. Some dealerships charge as little as like $50, $75, and some states limit their dealers by law to a certain amount. Now, Massachusetts, generally speaking, goes anywhere from $400 to $600. That's sort of the norm. However, what you want to do is target your most aggressive deal and deduct the documentation fee from your offer in order to basically like recuperate or really stick it to them. Don't stick anything into them. They can have you arrested for doing that. And get your money back for what they're trying to recoup in that dealer doc fee, because it's ridiculous. I understand. Number 2 is sales tax. That's a given. They're going to charge you sales tax. However, here's the funky part. They can charge you sales tax on the car, parts, installation, and any rebates involved. So if the tax seems a little high and you're doing out the math and something seems kind of off, realize that some rebates are also taxable. Just keep that in mind. Number 3, registration, plates, and tags, whatever your state calls them, you probably already know the cost. Massachusetts, new plates, $135, transfer plates, $100. It's as simple as that. You can go on the RMV website of your local jurisdiction and it'll tell you. Number 4, and this is the most common of the BS fees, which you should really look out for. In my opinion, it should be combined with number 1. However, this is something that's common. You shouldn't actually have to pay it. Realize it's going to be there and deduct it from your best possible deal. Any preparation fees. So if they're charging you to prepare your car, which is also included in the MSRP of the car. Basically, they're trying to charge you twice. Just go ahead and deduct that from your best offer. Basically, how you want to go about giving your best offer. You want to approach this deal not by the selling price before taxes and fees, but the out the door price after taxes and fees. So take the selling price of the car that you're trying to target, add in sales tax, deduct anything you feel like deducting to recuperate the documentation fee and the prep fee, deduct it right out of the most aggressive offer that you're considering giving, and then add in what the dealership is already going to add in, which is obvious, the dealer doc fee and the vehicle prep fee. You'll have already you'll have already addressed the extra fees by deducting from that most aggressive offer that you were going to hand back to the dealer. Hopping out of the fourth dimension. And I almost forgot while we were up there, the acquisition fee on any lease. This is super important. The acquisition fee is what the bank charges for any lease that you do. So go ahead and make that number 5, I guess, if you're leasing, because the acquisition fee is not a BS fee. That's an actual fee charged by whatever leasing company is leasing out the car to you. And there will be another video regarding acquisition fees and what companies allow their dealers to mark up the acquisition fees. Mercedes is notorious for marking up. Lexus, there's a couple other ones, so keep that in mind. Now lastly, another thing to be said about the fees. A lot of times when you see accessories, any vehicle prep fees, yada yada yada, they can use verbiage like mandated, required. They can throw out these words. You want to ask who is mandating it and who is requiring it. The state, Honda, your boss, who's actually requiring and mandating me to pay for these fees? It's their legal obligation to tell you this, and you'd be crazy not to ask. So guys, I hope that this video helped, and if it did help, please consider subscribing. Woohoo! I hope it was somebody that actually clicked subscribe, because I think the guy next door thinks I'm a psychopath. Anyway, if you're seeing this on Facebook and you're trying to buy a car soon or know somebody that's trying to buy a car soon, share this video with them. Make sure they know exactly what to look out for when looking at a purchase and sales agreement. No surprises. And if you're seeing this on Instagram, feel free to just double tap the heck out of your screen. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.